welcome to DriveCast. My name is Curtis. I'm here to talk to you before the sun goes down. You sweet voice in the night. So I'm just gonna. I had some thoughts on my head, some thoughts today, and I really wanted to share them with you before I forgot. So I had a pretty bad day today, and I think it's important to talk about it because I feel like I have a pretty efficient process, a good process when it comes to getting over bad days. What I'm doing during the day, well, usually the day just sucks. After the day, at the end of the day, like right now, what I'm doing, once I get home, and then tomorrow when I'm preparing to make sure I'm having a better day, even if I'm making the same amount of hours or some of the same things are happening, just really preparing myself for that day. So I'm going to go over some of those things just real quick. This will probably be a shorter episode because I'm pretty sure the sun will go away completely here, and it'll be dark, and you'll just be hearing me talk, and won't be able to see anything. So just quickly go over the day and then kind of some steps I'm taking. Nothing specifically bad happened today. I've been fighting like a comeback, and it's just some silly O-rings on the back of an expansion valve. It's so small and simple, but the way that the lines in the expansion valve are set up, it's actually just fucking difficult as hell to get these lines lined up with the expansion valve. Like, it's kind of tucked away in a foam little pocket, so I put the expansion valve in. These O-rings keep getting pinched on the back of the expansion valve. Can't check them, can't verify that they're in until I get everything put back together and recharge it. So it's just been a repetitive process, new O-rings, new expansion valve, new AC line. And I'm just at the point where I'm like, I'm defeated. Like, it's one of those things where they tell you the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and expecting a different outcome. I tell you, that's how I feel with this damn expansion valve. I feel like I've done it probably like 10 times and nothing has changed. I'm having the same issue over and over. So I asked my shop foreman in the morning, hey, bro, I need some help. I'm at the point where I don't know what to do. So that kind of just started the day out kind of funky. I was on my phone too much today. I know I talk about that, like staying off your phone will make you more efficient. Well, damn it, I was a product of my own speech. I was a product of my criticism. I was on my phone way too much today. Just not even doing anything specific, just jerking around. And walked around, talking to people too much, didn't get anything done. Once I started on working on something, I was pretty easily distracted. Messed with that car several times today, and pretty much just threw me off balance for the whole day. I kind of started getting motivated and ready to work around like 3:30. It was like just an hour, 2 hours left to go in the day before it's time to leave. So I did everything that I could just kind of get today set up for tomorrow and just get some things going for today that I could either make some money on tomorrow or do some upsells on or close out, because today was a pretty hard fail. So I took my lunch around 1, 2 o'clock, and I knew I was in a funk. I was just kind of realized I hadn't gotten anything done. It's lunchtime and I haven't done anything. So I put my earbuds in. I put on a podcast that I usually enjoy listening to, and I was just listening. It wasn't motivational or anything. It was just some people talking. And I don't know. I really just was in my head like, okay, you've not literally done nothing today. You're on your phone too much. You've been fighting this car. So put the car aside. You've already talked to the shop foreman. Let him know you're having problems. He's going to help you tomorrow. Okay. You let the ASM know or the service writer know, hey, tomorrow that I'm going to have the shop foreman look on it. Okay, so that car's out of the way. Still bugging me, but it's not immediate. Put my phone down, put my podcast on YouTube, and just put my phone down. Having that on kind of automatically helps me put my phone down. Keeps to where I'm not like constantly checking Instagram or scrolling, looking at Formula One stuff or football stuff or fantasy football stuff that I've looked at before, and I just continue looking at and expecting something different. So I just was able to kind of step back. After my lunch, I usually just eat lunch pretty quick and get back to work. I went for a little walk around the parking lot. Just walked around the dealership with my headphones in, listening to my podcast. It just kind of cleared took some deep breaths and just kind of took some time to just get back on track. Because if you let one bad day get away from you, you're going to have a bad day tomorrow. And that's just going to keep rolling into weeks and months and years. And that's how people just turn out to be like pessimistic all the time, just negative, complaining, not ever doing anything with their lives. Is they will just let one day snowball into just bad forevers. If you're trying to be positive and you're trying to be optimistic and you're trying to be, better at life and at work, your career, and you really struggle with bad days, is Find something that helps you get out of a bad day. Is it a certain kind of music? Is it talking to someone on the phone, like your significant other, a friend? I like to try to avoid making like habit of talking to people at work about stuff like this, because that doesn't really help you at the end of the day. You're still kind of at work messing around, not talking, doing work. You're just talking to this person. So it's like, talk to somebody on a phone call while you're working, listen to a podcast, listen to music, go on a walk, eat some snacks. I know that sounds silly, kind of counterproductive, but sometimes eating a little snack and just kind of drinking some water and realizing that you're on the path to not being productive at all. And what can you do for the rest of the day to be productive again? So I was able to do that, like I said, around like 3 o'clock. Got, I had some easy work approved that I should have had done today, honestly. And I didn't get even half of it done today. So that'll definitely bite me in the butt tomorrow when I'm trying to get more work, because it has been slow and every ticket counts, every minute counts, and I really just pissed away the day. So I'm going to try not to let that affect my week. I'm going to go in a little early tomorrow, put my headphones in right away, and just get straight to work. Not let any distractions start early. Start my podcast early, start my music early, whatever I'm feeling. I skipped the gym this morning because I was honestly just slept past my alarm, but definitely tomorrow I will be on top of getting to the gym. That has been helping me pretty recently. Just even if I'm tired, it's helping me focus. So get to the gym, getting my mind right early, and not letting things get carried away again. Because if I get carried away again tomorrow, there's a high chance that I'm gonna get carried away for the whole week. You just scrap the whole week, and that's not good. I got things I need to get done for the week, things I need to get done for the month, and a bad week is gonna throw me off completely. So, when it comes to goal planning around a bad day, I like to write my hours down at the beginning of the month, kind of set out a goal of what I want to make each day, what I want to make each week, and what I want to make each month. And this month, if any, has been a real test to those goals that I've set, and probably most definitely not going to hit the goal that I set for myself at the beginning of the month. I think it's important to adjust your goals into something that's still reaching for goals, but also accommodates the situation, because there's no way that I can flag 35 hours a day to hit the 500 hours a month I want to hit with as slow as it is. Like, that's just not realistic. And if I just continue to focus on that and how I focused on how I'm not able to hit that goal because of the situation right now, that's not gonna do anything but bring me down and put me in a bad mood. And so this morning, before I got into a funk, I set my goal a little lower, and maybe that was attributing to why I got in a bad mood, because I was like, damn, I can't hit my goal for the month. I'm going to have to reduce it to this. And while the hours I'm still shooting for is still high, it's like just not as high as what I want it to be. And that's okay. It's important, and it's okay to accept that. Things happen, situations happen. I'm just thankful that it was, it's slow, but I'm still making hours. I'm still going home on time. I'm still enjoying, like, there's worse things that could happen besides me not hitting as many hours. Like, all is right in the world, and just realizing that in my process earlier that I talked about, just going on my walk, those are some of the things I thought about, where like, shit is all right. It might feel terrible right now, but like, things are all right. People still love me, people still care about me. I'm not starving. I have a place to go home and sleep. Like, it's so easy to forget those types of things. It's so easy to forget the things that are actually important when you're having a bad day about something that is honestly definitely not as important. Yeah, we got to pay the bills. Enough bad weeks I'm going to be struggling, but that's not this week. I will be all right. And so just keeping that in mind and thinking about it, being conscious of, like, things get better. It's like most of us know it's slow season right now in the automotive industry. And if you plan, if you've been in the industry long enough, to plan for that. Like, in the busy season, save a little bit extra, keep a little to the side, or whatever, because when it's slow, you're going to regret it. You're going to be struggling, and you're going to be living paycheck to paycheck because you didn't plan for the slow season. And if this last few months, or even year for some people, it doesn't, show you, hey, I need to plan for the slow season for the future, like, there's nothing will, because this has been the slowest time we've had since before COVID. And so if that's, tech tip of the day, when it's busy, save some extra pennies, bro. Like, save some of those extra pennies so when it's slow, because it's going to get slow, that's the way this industry works. Save some extra pennies, get you a little, savings where you can dip into if you need to in case of time like this where it's slow. But also take this time when it's slow to like build yourself up in other ways. That meaning is like, you can't be making money, but what can you be doing otherwise? Can you be training, doing brand training, doing safety training, doing, helping people like hands-on? Okay, all right. And helping people learn hands-on. What are you doing to help those people that are working? I know it sounds so silly, but if you can't make the hours yourself, you need to be doing things to keep yourself busy. Because if you're not busy, you're going to get negative. You're going to get pessimistic. You're going to start complaining more. You're going to start saying things that you wouldn't have said 3 months ago or when it's in the busy season. When it gets slow, people start looking at things, doing things that they shouldn't. Like, that's when things get, people start getting like shifty, whether it's in like selling things they shouldn't or just like all up in other people's business. Like Timmy over here is selling this and doing this, and I don't think that's right, and he shouldn't be doing this and he shouldn't be doing that, and you wouldn't be saying those things, and you wouldn't be like looking into those things, whether they're true or not. You wouldn't be doing it because you're going to be busy doing your own stuff. So like if you're slow sitting around on your phone, on the computer or whatever, looking at other people's stuff, that is setting yourself up to be negative, to be pessimistic, to have a bad day, to get down in the dumps. So I had a lot of people out. It's slow. There's no hours to make. What am I supposed to do when there's no hours to make? Little smart asses on Instagram. I get it. I know. There's plenty of days where I don't have hours to make. Like I am always busy in some shape or form. Like even if it's not making hours. Yeah, I want to make hours. Just like you want to make hours. But if you're sitting there complaining about other people, getting more pessimistic than you were yesterday, you're not helping yourself out for tomorrow. Like you're just going to go down this downward spiral of negativity, and before you know it, you're just going to be one of those grumpy old guys at your shop complaining that the young guy's busting his ass getting all these gravy tickets, and you're just sitting there doing diet. Well, you worked yourself into that. Like that's why there's so many older guys that are so grumpy and negative, because they get one bad day and they just let it snowball. I've seen quite a few old guys on my shop that are just like loaded up with negativity and pessimism. And they're always just blaming other people. And it's like, dude, you're your own problem. Like, I know you'll never admit that and you're never going to see it now because you've been doing this for too long with that same mindset. But if you're young, or even if you're not young and you just have like you're still teeter-tottering on like good days, bad days, it's just like, you need to be conscious of those good days, and you need to focus on those good days and build on the good days. And if it's not making hours, you need to be doing something else besides complaining about other people and looking into other people's stuff. Do your own stuff. Do your own work. Learn some shit outside of work. If you have hobbies, if you got to do some hobbies at work in your slow time, like do some of that. ChatGPT can teach you how to freaking build a spaceship these days. Like get on ChatGPT or get on somewhere like one of those AI things and ask for a course. Build yourself a course. What do you like to do? What do you want to learn? Build it. Ask ChatGPT. There's so many Instagram accounts and prompt training accounts on like the internet. Like you can learn how to do something. You don't have to be so idle all the time. There's so much to learn. Learn how to do your taxes. Shit. Learn how to grow flowers or vegetables in your garden. It doesn't have to be necessarily something productive. It can be something fun. If you want to build something at home, or you want to, learn how to do a job that maybe you haven't done before, or shoot, maybe you want to leave the automotive industry completely and you want to learn something new. Like going to college at 30, 40 years old is expensive, it's time consuming, and like it just doesn't in the cards for a lot of people. But that's not to say you can't give yourself a course and train yourself on how to learn a new skill. I mean, like that's just common, like it's very proactive. You need to be more proactive if you're going to, do that. Back to what I was saying, I totally got off topic and ranting there about lazy people, but that's just something that drives me crazy. Like as I've been posting on Instagram and doing some of this content I'm used to the negativity. I'm used to the haters. I'm used to the people telling me, oh, you can't do this, and you must be a cheater. You must be a liar. You must be pencil whipping. You must be, be humble, make your money, like keep it to yourself. And I'm just like, the world is so toxic. We need some freaking positivity out there. We should normalize like talking about people's success. Everyone shouldn't have to hide their success because you're too sensitive to hear about it. Like, sorry, I want people to brag about the hours. I mean, as long as they're being ethical about it, I want to hear about those hours. You had a great day, tell me about it. Tell the world about it. Shout it to the damn rooftops. Like, be proud of yourself and let other people be proud of you. I don't want to hide how I'm doing because someone's sensitive and they don't want to hear about, oh, be humble. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, be proud of yourself. You know, we're all people pleasers at the end of the day. Tell me no straight to my face, but you're a damn liar. We are all some sort of people pleaser. And it feels good when people tell you you're doing good. It feels good. Everyone loves it. Doesn't matter who it is, you know. It could be anybody telling you someone to do good. Someone you don't know, someone you know, a friend, stranger, family member, whoever. Someone tells you, I'm proud of you, you're doing great. Keep it up. That feels fucking good. Right? And we need to normalize telling other people that they're doing a great job. There it goes. Can't see me no more. Well, I'll leave you with this. I'm going to follow this up at another time. But, I'm back for now. But I'll probably close this out with saying is we need to normalize being proud of each other and being proud of our accomplishments. And as long as you're doing it ethically and you're doing it responsibly, like you ain't going to hear nothing from me. I want you to do good. And I want you to make more money. I want you to be more successful. I want to talk about what you're doing that works and what you're doing that doesn't work. I don't want to have you or me to have to hide the fact that we're doing good in our lives. I mean, I don't want to hear about like the exact money you're making. Like that's your personal business and you shouldn't be sharing that with anyone. Nor should I. Like your specific hours for the week. Like you don't have to share those if you don't want to. Like I'm not forcing you to, but if you feel like, man, I made 20 hours today. Like, fuck yeah, man. That's good. Like keep that up. Or I made over 100 hours for the week. Like, dude, that's awesome. What did you do this week that you didn't do the week before? What can you keep doing? Build off of that. And we need to normalize that. So I'll leave you with this. Quit being so damn toxic and let's inject a little positivity into the automotive world. Over and out.